Hi, and welcome to another episode of Crash Landing. Remember when I said that Optifine in 1.6.4 required like LightLoader or something like that? Well, apparently there is a Forge version. It's the Ultra version, like D1, something like that. It's like Optifine Ultra D1. And it works with Forge, so we do have Optifine now, which is cool. We got all the different Optifine things. We got our zoom, which is awesome. But yeah, so last episode we had started setting up this area we're gonna put our turbine. By the way, look at how fast things load when you have Optifine. It's like unreal. It definitely speeded up like terrain loading, but the base is still laggy, right? Like, I don't know if there's anything we can do about that aside from spacing things out further and further away from each other. But I think it would be easier to move ourselves away and just make this like a production area rather than a living area, if that makes any sense. So yeah, let's get right into it. So how much of that turbine stuff do we have? We have the bearing, we have the fluid port. I think we need one more fluid port. We definitely gotta automate these boards. Like, the fact that they're not automated yet is ludicrous, right? So we have the plant plastic automated over here, I believe. It's all coming back to me a little bit, slowly and surely. So squid plant seeds, and I think what I gotta do is throw bone meal in them, right? Let's see if they still work. Bones are over here. Okay, grab a stack or two of that. Holy bejesus. Options. Sound, I guess. The sound isn't so customizable in 1.6.4. That's fine. There we go, and let's go back over here and get some more of these seeds producing. Are you working? It still works. Yay! So how many did I throw in there? 2 stacks, 4 stacks, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. Let that get us squid. Let this get us lightning. Because we need those boards, and we need a lot of them. So the 100 things, they require printed circuit boards, which requires unassembled PCBs, which require plastic and compressed iron in the pressure chamber. Okay. And then you put that through the thingy and you get that. Okay. So iron. Do we have compressed iron? We do. We should probably make more. Iron and plant seeds, squid. So let's chuck you in there and make sure you're set too. Okay, you are. Yeah, if I look this way, it's like 24 frames. If I look this way, it's like 17, 14, 15. If I look here, like between 18 and 20. 16 looking this way. So yeah, these pressure chambers are definitely taking like a good 5 or 6 frames. I don't blame it. Look at all them particles. We could turn particles off, but that won't solve anything. Watch. Where are particles? Is it details? Maybe it's here somewhere. Quality. Other. Animations. Particles. There we go. So even if I turn them to minimal, actually that improved it some. I take that back. We went from like 14 frames looking this direction to like 21-ish. Oh no, it just dropped down to 11. Yep, 17, 16, 13, never mind. Didn't do a thing. Animations. I think I should still turn the particles down to like decreased. Not minimal, but decreased. Like we got the stuff, but it's not like crazy. Okay, so let's get this stuff out of here before it despawns. Although I don't think it can because it has item life in it. Cool. That was the wrong plastic though. We needed creeper plant seeds, not squid. Okay. Drop that in there with that. Ooh, buddy, Pneumaticraft. It's like watching popcorn, you know? It's like... It's making the boards. The cool thing about Pneumaticraft is you can see... Could have sworn there was a way to see. Never mind. I could have sworn you could see if it was working on something. Guess you just gotta look. I still see some creeper plant seeds in there. And iron. Keep doing you, boo. Let's charge this jetpack real quick. Bam. It actually charges really fast for our power setup. And we just got this little reactor. It does work. And... bam. Oh, nope, it's gone. Maybe I should max that out too. Lovely. Na na na. Okay, you should be done now for sure, right? Let's get our amazing boards out of here. And start running them through this thing. And You could definitely use some more upgrades. How many you got? Just one? How do we make these upgrades again? Lapis, potions of swiftness, and cake. Let's make like 2 of them. Okay, so swiftness is sugar. Let's get some sugar. Okay, and we need... I think it was a netherwort. Do we have netherwort? 1. We need a netherwort farm of some sort. What does it grow on? Soul sand, right? I'm so surprised I have an automated netherwort. There's gotta be something somewhere, right? 44 soul sand. Is it this over here? Okay, 44. I should still make a farm out of it. Let's do like a manual farm for the moment. We'll put it, I guess, here. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, let's just do 5. We'll just add more. Or less. And 1 more ring. Okay. Soul sand down. Give him my dust. Give him my dust, bro. That'll be fun. Bam, 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 bam. Just so we never run out. The soul sand sifter is doing a good job, but not the greatest. So I need to do 3 batches, so 1, 2, 3. And do they already have water bottles in them? What's this? Potion of swiftness, cool. And put 1 there, another there, and another there. We have bottles. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Fill them up with water. Do they have to be fresh water? I think so. Yeah, they definitely can't be salt. Well, if we ever need salt water, we know where to get it. So how do we get fresh water? I also need more sandwiches. That goes there, this goes over here. So, yeah, fresh water comes from there, right? Yep. That's our water supply from our precious tree farm. I need to put them in here. So, bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 and bam, bam, bam. And then we add our sugar after, and we should be good to go. we'll have potions of swiftness, and we can make a good 3 speed upgrades. Bam, 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 bam. 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 Okay. Nice. Grab these little bad boys. And we'll grab these too, why not? Dump them all in here. Okay. And now we need a cake base. That's going to be... Can we do it this way? Oh, that's right, you gotta shift click. All we have is sugar going that way. What about this way? Okay. So I need some more soy milk. And an egg. How do we not have an egg? Probably because it's here. Let's grab a whole stack. Soy. There we go. 2, 3. Let's just do that. And we need to make our speed upgrade, please. This thing. 1, 2. Huh? Really? Thought I had enough for at least 3 of them. Let's make another batch. So, nether. We need another wart. Pop. Not the whole thing, just 1, please. Run on back over here. We'll throw this. Oh, we gotta hold on to it. 1, 2, 3. And 1 sugar, please. Can you believe Stranger Things is starting back up? Like, that's awesome. Love that show. Okay, let this process. And then that becomes potions of swiftness. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Get my machine upgrade speed. And shabam. Go put these over here into this thing. Now it's gonna be a lot quicker, right? Oh yeah. That's a lot more reasonable. Still a little slow though. I got 11. But it's reasonable. You're not losing pressure. I have 3 potions of swiftness on me, and... Oh, I never made the extra one, did I? Let's do that. Derp. There we go. I'll do do that. Oh yeah, that right there is perfect. Any faster would just look funny. And the arm comes and grabs it. Places it here. Awesome. So let's see how the so now what do I do to... Okay, just craft. Gotcha. Let's see how this stuff over here is doing. You been kicking booty? Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's start processing this good stuff. Alright, and we'll go one stack at a time, because I know if you throw multiple stacks in, it takes forever to come out. And it doesn't make it any faster either. I mean, we could just throw them all in there and then forget about it on their way out. And on in, just let it do its thing. Oh, the reason why you don't want to throw them all in, I forgot. There's a weird bug in Pneumaticraft where if two of the same item pop, it tries to put them in the same stack, or something weird goes on where you don't get everything you put in. That was the reason I had a hard time automating things over here. We would have items go in, and then if they were at like different stacks of each other of the same item, you wouldn't get exactly what you put in back. And it made calculation almost impossible when it came to being specific. I'm sure there's a way to make it lossless. You just gotta make large batches of things. Instead of one of this, one of that, you'd have to put like 64. As a matter of fact, I think we should do that. Let's tell it how to make 64 of everything rather than one. I think that would be a fantastic idea. So this, we need black plastic, iron, and redstone. Okay. Iron, a full stack, plastic, a full stack, redstone, a full stack. Oh, and we'd need a whole stack of the things too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear that. Wait a minute, it didn't clear this though. There we go. So that and that and this, and then we gotta make it. Are you done? Looks it. Let's pull those out of here. Okay. Doing good so far. Oh yeah, you see how we only got one stack of each, even though we put like, how do you say it? Like we put 3 stacks of the lightning and 2 stacks of the squid, but we only got 1 of each. So if you put multiple stacks of the same thing in there, they don't create like those multiple stacks. They only create 1 stack and then void everything else, which is a horrible glitch. Pneumaticraft is so broken. I think that was like one of the reasons why I like was discouraged to play anymore. But we'll work around it. It's like I said, we gotta make large batches of things and only do them as 64. Never more, never less. Well, if you do less it would be okay, but just never more. The reason why making like one thing in a pattern is bad, let's say I told it to make 2 of these plastics. It would throw one creeper in, separate, like separate stacks, and then there's a chance that the other one would be voided. But it would just keep throwing them in. Throw, void, 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 void. That's not good. Not good at all. So, yeah, let's not do that. You can throw multiple stacks of items in, they just have to be different items. And they have to stack in the, you know, not the same thing multiple times, but I don't know. I can't tell if it's voiding them because of what it's becoming or what it came from. Like, is it the multiple stacks of items going in that's voiding them? Or is it having multiple outputs of the same item? Like multiple things being created that are the same. And you just completely did not do what I wanted you to. Okay. So that's compressing, nice. That's looking like it's seen better days. Are you spinning? You are. These should be, yeah, pretty far. It just takes a while for that pressure to travel over as this one burns up. I think there's, volume upgrades for that. Where are they? It's one of these upgrades. Item search, coordinate range, security. That one right there, volume. These things are great to have in the system. Like, if you can throw 64, 64, you're gonna have so much more pressure being stored in it. Oh, that's how you know it's done. There's no more yellow here. Okay. Good to know. So we got that. And now if we come over here, we can say 64, 64, 64 becomes 64 and code. And that's that pattern fixed. But remember, we should never try to make more than 64 of these at a time. But if we said, oh, make one of these, it would make 64 of them, and then the other 63 would last us for quite a while. I think that is the plan here. So now I need this blue one. That's going to be with the lightning. So, I'm gonna put you in here. And then we're gonna do this. So we need lightning plant seeds. We've got quite a few. Let's put those in there. We need more iron. Oh, we needed lightning plastic. Not the seeds, this thing right here. And I mean, we could have the seeds throw in there because they'll convert anyways. It'd just take longer. And let's see here. Redstone, right? Oof. Let's see here. Yeah, redstone. We need more redstone. Good thing we got a bunch. Okay, and come to our pattern thing. We're gonna say 64 of you, 64 of you, and 64 of you become. Now let's make them. I believe I put the filter there. Awesome. That will do its thing. Oh, another thing you gotta be careful with Pneumatic Craft is if you have the same thing in there for a pattern. Like say if I told something to craft something and it tried to make the transistors and the capacitors at the same time, it's gonna throw multiple stacks of iron in. So I need to separate capacitors and transistors. And this thing, does that take iron? 100. Yes, it does. That is so much trouble. But it doesn't know how to like put an interface here, so that thing right here is fine. We just gotta make sure we don't tell it to craft both of those things at the same time. But the transistors and capacitors have to be separate. It knows how to make the plastic and the iron, which is cool. It's just, maybe I should connect an interface to this one now. Maybe, so what are these things called? Pressure chamber interface, okay. Pressure chamber interface, there we go. We need, what else? A speed upgrade would be nice, but not entirely necessary. And you need 2 interfaces. Okay. We have our pressure chamber interface. Let's grab another one. Because I still want to leave the manual things on this for manual use. What I'm thinking about is, so that has AE. Maybe have the AE pop up right there. And then we have one there and one there. So we need an AE interface. This thingy right here. What are we missing? We're missing cables. We're missing this thing, which is missing that thing. Okay. So we need to put... That's right, you have to be facing like 2 different directions. So if I put you down, that's input going in, right? Or is this right here input? So yeah, blue is input and orange is output. Okay. So the direction you face is input. Gotcha. I'm gonna have to lose all this precious pressure. Let's just get our items out first. Trying to make it safe to some degree. I mean, I can't make it fully safe because if I were to tell the system, hey, make 1,000 of this, like 900 and something of it's gonna get voided. Or probably less, maybe like 700, 800, but a lot will be voided. A lot. So I have to keep that in mind when I try and autocraft with the pressure chamber. Okay. So let's finish that pattern here. You become that, okay. And then I can throw that in there, and we can get to work here, so. I'm gonna punch you, you, and you. And we need to do output, input, glass. And we are all set here. Yep, the blue thing's there as anticipated. Let's put our thingies back in. And put our interface there. And this thing right here is the output. How do we change? Oh, it's on the right side. The text is in the way. Gotcha. Let's go by name begins with, and we're gonna put, what is it, capacitors? Yeah, capacitor. Wonderful. So now we need to run an AE cable setup going this way. Let's put that there and that there. Whoops. And bam, bam, bam. We'll just break it like this because that shovel's so powerful it's hard to control. Pop, 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 pop. Okay. And stick you right there. Now we need some AE cables. Don't I have a bunch? Yes. And that goes there, 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 there. There. Gotta get rid of that nook. And put the nook right there, I guess. And connect that with that. And then we can do that. And put our, what is it, an import bus? Yes. Import bus. It takes an interface, which is going to take another one of those. Okay, so we need to make some 100s again. Let's make these. And let's make this. What kind of plastic do we have? Rain? I could do rain. Let's just do rain. And we need interface. This thing takes that, takes a 100. So yeah, we do need a 100. I could have just clicked it from there, but whatever. And let's see here, interface. That goes that, bam. That becomes this, bam. And bam, and bam, awesome. And now we need our import bus. So this thing right here, we need one of these. And one of them. And one of them. And this will import our items into the system. Awesome. And it doesn't look like you can put whitelist or blacklist on the import buses in 1.6.4, Applied Energistics 1, but that's okay. We have an ability to select things here, which is cool. I need some of this cobble. Do I have any of it? I sure do. Cool. So now we can take that pattern and stick you in there. And you can make capacitors and transistors simultaneously and not interfere with each other. So now, if I say, so the circuit boards, printed circuit boards. We have an ability to auto-craft these, but we have to remember that they take 3 each. So what is 64 divided by 3? 21. So we should never try and craft more than 21 of these at a time. So let's say 21, begin, and see how it does. Are you gonna do it? Oh, it already had some, right? What's going on here? Currently crafting unassembled PCB. Ooh. You're trying to craft unassembled PCB? You don't know how to craft that. What the heck? No, we'll try it again. Printed. Now that we have it in there. Make me 21 of these, please. There we go. So it should be safe now. Oh, I'm gonna have to fix this to do 64s. I have the items filtered there, that's good. Okay. We can get rid of this. Cool. Doing good. Honestly, it might be okay to throw them one in at a time. This should be safe. Maybe I should set these back to 1. I think the main issue we had was the fact that we had the capacitors and transistors on the same machine, because it was throwing 2 of the same thing in at the same time. Yeah. Anyways, if these interfaces try and throw large batches of things in... How is that stuck there? Oh, that's the pattern. Are we good? Did it make them? Printed. It sure did. Awesome. So, we needed the 500 things for turbine stuff, right? We needed another fluid port. So we need this thing here. And then that comes to make this, which goes to make this. And then that can make this. Whoops. What are we missing? Ah, what am I doing? We need a bucket. And just a steel ingot. So steel, how do we make steel in this? Induction smelt coal with iron. That is super easy. Let's make a bunch of that. Does it have to be pulverized? Apparently. Do that. Oh my god, that's so slow. Welcome to 1.6.4, everybody, where there's no augments in your machines and you just wait for them to do their thing. It's not too bad, and to be fair, you could have multiple of them running because they're very low power. 40 RF per tick, yeah. You could have a whole pulverizer lineup of like 20 pulverizers. And I think you can set round robin. No, you can't. At least not with these item ducts, but I think you can with the transfer pipes. Because I think those look for inventories at like a sporadic amount. Like it goes, place an item here, place an item there, place an item here, place an item there. It just checks around. So it's like round robin by default. Whereas these, they go to the first thing available on the pipeline. So yeah. Even if I were to put a stack size of 1, it would constantly just send 1 to the first thing until that thing gets filled, and then it would move to the next. Transfer pipes would fix that. So yeah, if you use multiple of the same machine, or you're trying to get items from a chest into multiple machines, transfer pipes would be the way to go. We're halfway there. Hi, sulfur. That's the cool thing about pulverizing coal, is you get sulfur as a byproduct. Okay, let's just finish this fluid port and be that much closer to making our massive turbine that's gonna get us like 28,000 RF per tick or something crazy. Or is it like 20k? I forget what the Endurium blocks do. I think 28k was Ludicrite, so I think it's like 20k. I remember it being 1 turbine per laser drill in 1.6. Anyways, why am I waiting for all that coal to be done when I can start processing this over here? There we go. Just need 1 piece. I'm sweating, but it is like midday. Okay. And we're gonna put this bad boy here, make our next fluid port. And now we are that much closer. So we have the controller, 2 fluid ports, the rotor bearing. We're gonna need the power tap, and I think that's it. We just need all the housing and glass and we can put it together. Oh, we're gonna need the rotor shafts and blades, but we're gonna have to do that in the next episode. hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.